KRF TV is proudly brought to you by the following sponsors: KRF Motorsports, Kimmy's Rural Fencing, Computer Shop, Aloha Gardens, MP Custom Design and Fabrication, BAM Motorsports, Upix Racing, and Adelaide Tarp Specialists.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to KRF TV. I'm your host, Bradley Matheson, and welcome to the Sandman Super Late Model Series. Guys are just out doing their single lap qualifying at the moment, and unfortunately the way the qualifying session has been set up, we're unable to get images live, but we should be able to pick up some stuff quite quickly, hopefully. We're just going to see if we can actually bring up the, I'm looking for it, not having a real good run at the moment. Grid, looks like currently Stephen Clark in first, Matthew Paul in second, Mitch McLeod in third, Gavin Sadler in fourth, Terry Marwood in fifth, Simon Thomas in sixth, Simon Joel Smith in seventh, Jay Kennedy in eighth, George Fullerton in ninth, and Parry in 10th. Sam McLeod in 11th, and I don't count. Jamie Robbie in 13th, Jack Maloney in 14th. And I'd say the boys are still out there running laps at the moment. A little bit on the, just waiting for the counter to actually run down for qualifying. And I have been caught off a little off guard by this. We'll just we'll be back in a short break. And we're back with just waiting for the last few minutes of qualifying to finish. But as it currently stands, and there's been an update in the grid for tonight's race. We've still got Stephen Clark in first, Matthew Paul in second, Matthew Paul in first, and it's just kicked over to the next session, which is means I've lost the information.
Well done, Sandman. Good luck all.
Good job, Sandman. Matthew.
Cheers, boys. Well done, everyone. All right, welcome along round 5 of the Super Late Models, Martinsville. It's 180 laps tonight, guys. As always, 2 fast repairs, so use them wisely. We all know what Martinsville can be a bit like. The old paperclip sometimes turns it on. You can get caught up in incidents that you have absolutely nothing to do with. But everyone have a great race. Be on your best behaviour. And most importantly, have a good time.
Well done, Sandman, Matthew. Good luck, guys. Have fun.
Yeah, good luck, everyone, and let's have the race.
Hope Brad's got that beeper button ready. Jay, shut up. Oh. Yeah, that wasn't that funny. Sorry. Good luck.
Drivers having a little bit of banter at my expense and each other's expense. Looks like they're ready for the rolling start. Still gritting at the moment. Just riding at the back of our pole sitter Stephen Clark at the moment. And I believe it could be 2 laps to green, if I remember correctly. Yes, it is 2 laps to green. They're on their last sight lap. The lights are out on the pace car.
Green, green, green.
And they're off. Looks like Sandman's just made it out to the outside line and leads them around for the first lap. Here we go, 2 of them in the wall already. 35.
Caution is out. Caution is out.
35
Car's
of...
still good. I don't know what happened there. We just saw all clogged up.
Just looks like they got a little bit of contact and put him in the fence.
That's Martin Phil.
Tonight we also have a little bit of ability to talk to one of the drivers. During some of the cautions we will talk to him, but we're not going to annoy him every caution. He's probably got enough on his plate at the moment trying to work out exactly what he's got to do and where he's got to sit, ready for the restart. Jay looks like he was one of the cars that ducked in to try and take a small early advantage with a fresh set of boots on his car. Looks like Jake's been in as well, and Parry's still in there at the moment. Looks like Parry just gets out in time before the pace car comes around and put him a lap down. So we've got 3 cars that have been in for a top up of fuel and a new set of boots. So I wonder if that's going to give them the advantage. It looks like Gavin Sadler's in there at the moment. Going to put him back to the rear of the field. He's going to tack on at the rear of the field, so looks like he's going to have the freshest set of boots on out of the whole field and the most amount of fuel when they go back to green.
Green flag, green flag.
Looks like Sandman leads them away again. Terry Marwood up into second. Mitch McLeod in third. Simon Thomas in fourth. Simon Joel Smith in fifth. James Robbie in sixth. George Fullerton in seventh. Matthew Paul in eighth. Jay Kennedy in ninth. Leading car of the cars that have pitted. Sam McLeod in 10th. Parry in 11th. Gavin Sadler in 12th. And Jake Mallow bringing up the rear of the field in 13th. Looks like Stephen Clark is pulling out a 0.4 of a second over Terry Marwood. This early in the race would be a nice little buffer just to circulate at the pace you want. The rest will have their heads down chasing. Just going to jump on board with George Fullerton on his guard cam. Looks like the guys run a bit of positive camber in those front left tyres tonight. What a interesting colour scheme for George Fullerton tonight.
Go like that.
Not certain whether he's supporting Zebras or MCM, but probably my pick of the colour schemes for tonight. Just jumping back with Gavin Sadler, we'll just have a look at how he's going. Started in 4th, currently running 10th, but he also has stopped for tyres and fuel early in the race to see whether it's going to play out later for him. And it doesn't look like there's much room to pass. Gavin's caught up to Jay Kennedy, and we'll see how he goes in getting past.
Hello, Jake.
Looking back up at 2nd and 3rd at the moment. Looks like Mitch McLeod's mirroring Terry Marwood, just
All right, man.
sitting back
Caution
there.
is out. Caution is out.
Yeah, cheers for that.
And we've got a caution, Paul, Matthew Paul.
Pace cars on the back stretch.
just going to see if we can find exactly what happened.
Sorry, mate, I tried to keep it onto the wall, but couldn't keep it there.
Looks like he's just sort of slid out and back going again. Sorry to delay trying to find it, guys, but still learning the ropes. We've come back and it looks like pit lane's full at the moment. And we'll just see where everyone's going to end up. Looks like Sandman's stayed out behind the pace car.
Strategy starting already.
Yeah, it is. Gotta love Martinsville.
Jake Maloney in the pits at the moment. Just getting it going. He's probably been in, grab 2 tyres, a bit of fuel, circulate, come in, grab the other 2 tyres, grab some more fuel to top the tank up, and get back out. Pace car is lights off and about to pull in, and Stephen Clark will take control of the field, ready for the restart.
Green flag, green flag. Alright, man, caution is out.
As you see it,
Caution is
folks,
out.
just a little bit of crisscross. Just trying to catch where he sits, middle of the course.
So, let's go.
We'll have another look at that, guys.
Someone was blinking pretty bad then.
Yeah, there was like an accident in front, and then all of a sudden some other car appeared everywhere.
Just looks like it was a double tap.
What button was that going to work on?
It's been hit real hard near the end of his spin. A little bit unlucky, but he'll take that around the pit lane, get it fixed up, and get back into racing. We'll see if we can get hold of Stephen Clark at the moment, and try and see what he's thinking of the race so far. Got a copy there, Clarky?
Yes, mate, loud and clear.
How's it panning out for you at the front of the field, mate?
Well, so far so good. The hybrid racing simulations Commodore feels good. The key around Martinsville is track position, so I think I'm pretty lucky at the moment where I'm up the front and away from some of the little bit of carnage that I've seen in the mirror. So I see the strategies are starting to play out. There's guys that have taken on tyres, but I haven't done so yet. I'm pretty keen to stay up front and stay out of the rubbish till this race settles down and we get to a bit of a groove.
Well, at the moment, I believe you're the only car that haven't done a pit stop this race. And how's that going to play out towards the end for you?
Oh mate, it could be crucial because in this series you only get 2 fast repairs. So it's a 180 lap race and we're only lap 28 so far. So I think if I can keep those in my back pocket, and if some people have had to already use one of their fast repairs, that could play a big key towards the end of the race. But you never know with Martinsville and you never know with oval track racing. So we'll see how it all plans out.
Yeah, no worries. Good luck for the rest of the race, mate, and we'll have a chat later in the track at the next caution or so forth, and I'll let you get back to it.
Look forward to it, mate. Have a good call. Talk to you soon.
That was Stephen Clark in the 96 Commodore. So he's led every race so far off the top of my head, and about to lead him around for the next green.
Green flag, green flag.
It looks like Mitch McLeod glued his front end to Stephen Clark's bumper bar to make sure he got in second place. And looks like there's going to be a few battles back through the field too. 3 wide coming down the front straight, or set up for it. Like we've got Sam McLeod around. Fields passed clearly, so there's going to be no yellows come out, and he's going to get going and catch and start to chase down the pack. Very, very unlucky.
I didn't elect to be in the middle then, guys, so thanks for whoever turned me around.
I couldn't go any further down.
Sounds like Sam's not real happy about the spin, but hey, sometimes that's just racing. Looks like we've had a change for the lead. Mitch McLeod has taken the lead of the race and has actually put a 1 second gap on Stephen Clark. We step back and have a look at Gavin Sadler. It's he's in the hunt to get past Stephen as well, so maybe not having that stop has not making that stop has sort of hurt him for track speed, or whether the guys on the newer tyres are actually making better grip out of the turns. Looks like Terry in fourth is having a bit of a sniff at trying to get past these two as well. Back in the pack, and we've got to move on James Robbie on Jay Kennedy. Just keeps putting his nose in there, making Jay work a little bit harder into the corners.
Sorry, mate.
And just trying to pick up what happened there, but Gavin's car got a bit of a twitch and Terry's putting his nose in underneath. This is going to be a little bit interesting. In the meantime, Mitch McLeod's walked away from the front of the field out to a 3-second gap. Just got out in front, got some clean air, and he's just walked away from the pack. And it looks like we've got a pass here for second place. Gavin underneath Stephen Clark for second. Got his nose under and just made sure he kept it there, kept Stephen wide. And them being too wide allows Terry now to come up and have a crack. And the little battle for second, third and fourth has now allowed Jake Maloney to catch up. So this is starting to become a nice little battle pack for the minor grid placings. In the background we've got one in the wall.
Oh, you're right.
Looks like he's been able to catch it and keep driving on, but I just caught out of the glimpse of my eyes it was one in the wall. Bounced, and looks like Simon Thomas got underneath Jay Kennedy for 10th place. "45 laps in, and we're just going to skip through the places at the moment. We've got Mitch McLeod out in first, 3-second lead. Gavin Sadler in second, who's actually pulled out a 1.5 second gap over Stephen Clark in third. Terry Marwood in fourth and Jake Maloney in fifth, and looks like those two are about to swap around, which they have. So Jake's now in fourth, Terry Marwood in fifth. We've just lost. There's Parry in sixth, Matthew Paul in seventh, James Robbie in eighth. Simon Joel Smith in ninth, Simon Thomas in 10th, Jay Kennedy in 11th, George Fullerton in 12th, and Sam McLeod in 13th, a lap down. It looks like the battle here is between Terry and Jake, and they're both caught behind Sam McLeod at the moment. So this is, for poor Jake, it's a matter of getting around a lap car without giving a track position away to Terry. Just following our double Sandman Super Late Model champion around the track, number one, Gavin Sadler. He's trying to chase down Mitch McLeod, but Mitch looks like he's actually pulled out to a 4.3 second lead. And we've got a nice battle about to start up here. We've got Matthew Paul having a look at Terry Marwood for 5th place. another little battle group back here with Joel Smith and
Thank you.
Parry. And it looks like Mitch McLeod has just put George Fulton a lap down. So the race leaders are starting to get into a little bit of traffic at the moment. Could go both ways. Could help some, might not help others. Looks like Stephen Clark has started to reel in some of the gap that Gavin Sadler put on him after getting past, and both those cars have made a break away from Jake Maloney, Matthew Paul and Terry Marwood. Sorry, Terry. .62 laps in, Mitch McLeod still out in front, extending his lead out to five seconds over Gavin Sadler, who has Stephen Clark in third, has caught right back up after Gavin pulled that 1.5 second gap on him. Stephen's been able to peg it back, with Jake Maloney in fourth, Matthew Paul in fifth, Terry Marwood in sixth, James Robbie in seventh, and this looks like it's going to be a bit of a battle pack at the moment. Let's see if we can jump down onto the nose of Terry Marwood and see exactly how close he's running. And looks like James Robbie just drove around the outside while we're riding on board. It's looks like Matthew Paul's going to have starting to hound Jake Maloney for fourth place, and looks like Jake's taken the defensive line already, so he knows Matthew's quicker, and Matthew will just take his time to get past.
Thanks, Jake.
It looks like the race leaders is just starting to go past Jay Kennedy now.
Thank you.
Go over to
Cheers.
What? No
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Just trying to find exactly where that happened. But we'll go and have a look. And it's starting to look like on the replay it was maybe not. We've got Sam McLeod and the 41 of
Sorry for getting into that yesterday, man. I just locked up the rears when I downchanged.
41.
That's
So
alright, mate. All good.
it's going to be can't quite catch that.
That's right. That just means we were racing hard.
Hayden's not here to take him out this week.
And we'll see where Clark is at the moment. He's in pit lane, so we'll get back and have a chat to him.
Bloody stuffed up my pit entry.
Got a copy there, Sandman?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah, we just watched Mitch McLeod round you up and then just pull away from the pack. Do you think it was due to the new tyres, or whether you just stayed out there too long?
Sorry, mate. I was just trying to not get caught with pit exit. Yeah, definitely. New tyres was a massive advantage to those guys. So,
pit there, Stephen?
yeah, we well, looks like we just got done a lap down too. Unfortunately, just the safety car got us. But yeah, pressure tyres. I just couldn't hold off Mitch, and just figured the smart thing to do was just let him go.
Got
And
it
then
up to the end of the longest
had a
line
good
here.
battle there with Gav, and yeah, I didn't really want to push that hard, but then when
Not
Gav
sure why
got
I
past
got
me,
a
I thought,
black
oh,
flag
I'll
there.
see if I can keep up with Gav, and I was actually pretty happy that I did that, considering my tyres were nearly 80 laps old. So yeah, all in all, not too bad, but
Coming to
I
that
kind
safe car
of
by, I
didn't
think
expect
it's
it to
gonna
be
put me
that
up there.
strong, only on 30 lap pressure tyres, but they did a good job.
No, it's good to hear. It's just a little disappointing to watch you go a lap down with some of the pit stops, but then the laps around here behind the pace car are quite short.
Yeah, I know what happened. I
Yeah,
think
that's
we
right.
faced out
It's
of
just,
pit.
I think we were just a little bit slow trying to get into pit lane when the safety car came out. Maybe I should have gone round another one, because there's normally plenty of time, but nevertheless. Oh, looks out. We're getting our pace car past, so we're back on the lead lap, so that's good.
Well, that makes it good. That puts you back on the lead
Right
lap.
back on the pace car. We're not going green this
And
time. We are not going green.
looks like they've waved off the pace car to go green, mate. Lucky you.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened because I didn't do that, so that's good. But yeah, that works in our favour. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't quite sure how it would pan out. I thought I'd be pretty happy on those tyres, but the guys had 30 lap pressure tyres and they took off. But should be interesting now. Everyone's sort of on different strategies with fresh tyres, and should be interesting to see how it all pans out over the next spring
We're
run.
not going green this time. We are not going green.
Yep. Sounds like the drivers got their hands full out there trying to sort out their pattern, so we'll let you go, mate.
I don't know what's going on here. Still saying let
Cheers,
the
pal.
48 cars
Talk to you
off.
soon.
Go get in front of the 48 and then
That was
it might readjust itself.
that was
Sorry guys, I was doing an interview, but just so you know, I didn't delay any of these yellows, so I don't know how that happened. iRacing took over, obviously.
Probably because there were cars stuff on the track.
I just wanted everyone to know that I didn't do it because I'd gone down a lap and then the safety car waved me by, so...
Yeah, there's something going on and saying let the 48 car by when I'm behind it. Now I've got a black flag.
Green flag, green flag.
So 25 seconds like penalty.
sounds like a few drivers not happy with iRacing decisions. As you heard, Sandman hasn't activated any of
Did you
the
get one too, George?
ones out, but looks like a couple of black flags have been issued.
That's crap.
And I do apologise about the language that's probably going to come out between these two drivers. Got Mitch McLeod out in first, Gavin Sadler in second, Stephen Clark after dropping a lap and then, pardon me, after dropping a lap at the during the pit stop and then getting back going again, is up to third. Terry Marwood in fourth, Jake Maloney in fifth. Simon Joel Smith in sixth. Jay Kennedy has worked his way back up to seventh and on the lead lap. Good work, mate. James Robbie in eighth. Simon Thomas in ninth. Sam McLeod is up to 10th. Paul's in 11th, 3 laps down. Sorry, 4 laps down. Paddy is 12th, 4 laps down, and George Fullerton is in 13th, 4 laps down. So, looks like a couple of guys got hit pretty bad during that last caution with penalties being issued for not being in the right spot. And it looks like we've got Gavin Sadler going underneath Perry at the moment. Just lets him go, 2 different laps. Looks like we've got Jake Maloney having a go at, or putting a lot of pressure on Terry Marwood at the moment. So we're just going to ride with these two and see how it goes. Looks like the move's on. He's got past. Let's see if Terry's going to fight back and try and pull it back. Looks like we got Jay Kennedy putting the pressure on. Is it Jay Kennedy? No, it's not. It's a lap car behind Simon. Looks like.
Thanks, Mike.
Jay's putting a fair bit of pressure on Sam McLeod at the moment, just to try and get past. It doesn't look like Sam's making it easy. Oh, here we go. Both have been able to catch it and recover and get moving.
Going to one, mate.
Looks like Jay's letting George Fullerton through. Probably in a faster car, but a couple laps down, it's not worth fighting for it. So probably a smart call by Jay there. We just watch Mitch McLeod at the moment. He's actually coming up on Jay Kennedy to put him a lap down. But Mitch has got a 2 to 2.5 second buffer. He'll just pick his way through him as he needs to. There we go. 102 laps in, and Mitch McLeod out in front, Gavin Sadler in second, and Stephen Clark in third. So far out of the 103 laps, and it's only a half mile, so the laps get knocked down pretty quick. We've completed 102 laps out of 180. We've had 5 lead changes, and we've had 4 caution periods for a total of 19 laps. And the additional laps were in that last caution period.
Thank you.
Where a few guys didn't have their car in the right spot.
Thank you.
It looks like he's now coming up on George Fullerton. Just brings us to the inside. George gives him plenty of room to let him through. And he's passed.
Thank you. Thanks, Jake.
It looks like Sandman's caught up to Gavin Sadler a bit more. So Stephen Clark could be just getting through the traffic a little bit better than Gavin at the moment, which is helping him keep up. Just having a look back at Simon Thomas. Driving the Chevrolet Shell sponsored car.
Sorry, mate.
All good.
By the way, those two just chatted. I'd say there's a little bit of rubbing, but rubbing's racing. Stephen's putting a lot of pressure on Gavin at the moment. Just trying to work out a way to get past. This just helps Mitch McLeod pull away, and here's the move.
Right.
Both around nice and clean. Sandman covers the inside line after a slow exit, and the pass is done. Now the top five is Mitch McLeod in first, Stephen Clark in second, Gavin Sadler in third, Jake Maloney in fourth, and Terry Marwood in fifth. It looks like Stephen's starting to pull away from Gavin Sadler at the moment. But Joel Smith is getting a little bit of pressure from James Robbie, which is a couple of laps down. But I'd say if James put his nose out, Simon will just move across and let him go.
Thanks, mate.
Looks like Mitch McLeod's got a bit of clear track at the moment before he gets back into some traffic. Stephen still has Simon Thomas to get past before he sees a little bit of track, and Simon just moves to the far side. Looks like
Thanks,
Gavin's just lost another spot to Jake Maloney. And looks like Jake's had a bit of a hardware issue. So I don't know exactly what's happened to Jake at the moment. He's coming up on my books as being a lap down, but I don't know. I actually do think it's for track position.
So Jones have been fighting for the damage.
So I don't know whether something's wrong with don't know whether something's happened to Gavin Sadler's car, but he's just starting to fall back at the moment. Mitch McLeod is slowly inching closer into traffic again. Would have to start to seriously concentrate and just work his way through it. And it looks very busy ahead of him. Following Simon Joel Smith at the moment. He's got some heavy track back ahead of him, and he's also got Mitch McLeod behind him, which is our race leader, so it'll be interesting what happens. Looks like Mitch McLeod's going to follow Simon through on that pass. And he's going to move across and let him through on that, so Mitch McLeod's passed two of them.
Thanks.
Just riding with Matthew Paul. Just watching Mitch McLeod slowly peg his way through the lap traffic.
Coming towards in 1 lap.
Thank you.
It looks like they're being generous to Mitch McLeod, just moving high and letting him go underneath. Just looking at Stephen Clark at the moment. Plenty of green track out in front of him. But, as I said, Jake Maloney, I believe, is in third place, hunting down Stephen Clark. I don't know whether we've had a telemetry issue or anything, but I do believe that he is in third place. Although, by the information I have, he is running in sixth. Just back watching Mitch McLeod. He's working his way through the last couple of cars. His next car in front of him is his teammate, a couple of laps down. Oh, a bit of bump and grind. And he rounds them both up. It looks like Sam went to give him the love tap back, but missed. So Mitch McLeod is out in front by 7.3 seconds over Stephen Clark. And who have we just had do a motor? That's Jake Maloney. He's into the pits.
130 lap old tyres aren't a good idea.
Nah. I had 80, and that was enough for me.
Stayed out to get my lap back and was hoping for another caution.
That sounds like a driver that's wants a new set of boots but wants them for free at the caution. Jay Kennedy probably made the right decision at the time to stay out, get his lap back. unfortunately hasn't paid off due to we haven't had another caution for him to come in and get a new set of tyres and stay on that lead lap. We've got Stephen Clark still in. Stephen Clark in second, just working his way through some lap traffic.
Thanks, Floyd.
And Gavin Sadler sitting back in third, clear track out in front, but he's got all those cars to get past that are up ahead between himself and Stephen Clark for second place. Meanwhile, out in front, we've got Mitch McLeod, nearly 10 seconds out in front from Stephen Clark.
Thanks, George.
There's a tank spot to go in there for me.
Might go a bit wide.
Gavin Sadler sitting in third. My estimations is Mitch McLeod is probably a second behind him, about to put him a lap down. It's been a long green run, we've got 37 laps to go. I believe off the top of my head, he's also won this championship twice. So he knows what he's got to do to win a championship again. He also knows you don't need to win every race to win championships, and it's about minimising the damage on your bad days. So we have just 2 cars left on the lead lap, and if a caution comes out, that'll bring Gavin back on the lead lap for a 3-way shootout, if we get it that way. Looks like Jay Kenny's getting a bit of pressure from George Fullerton. Jay's admitted he's probably done 130. He's admitted he's done 130 laps a little while ago. He's probably back up. He's probably up around 140 laps. Those tyres would be worn out, shot, and as slippery as a slug trying to drive on at the moment. You pretty much try and be probably easier for him to drive on ice. Looks like Mitch McLeod's back in the traffic, and just Jay moves across and let him through, and also lets Matthew Paul through. Looks like he's got George Fullerton out in front of him. I'd say probably not this corner, but the next one George will just move across and let him go.
Up inside, Nick.
George just moves aside, lets our race leader through. Gets up and gets going again. Looking at our 4th place driver at the moment, Terry Marwood. Look like he's just sitting out there comfortably. He's 10.8 to 11 seconds behind Gavin Sadler. And I'd say his only Terry's only threat would be Simon Joel Smith, about 4 seconds behind for 4th place. Sorry, Simon being 5th and behind Terry in 4th. Jay's just letting the 41 car of James Robbie get past, and I'd say Simon Thomas would be not far off doing the same. Bit of bump and rub to let Jay know he's there, wants to get past. Oh, nearly another touch there again. Joe started just putting a bit of a gap on him, just giving him that bit more breathing room. Although neither for position, it's sometimes it's just you'd like to have that buffer. We've got James Robbie going around the outside of Simon Joel Smith. He was actually starting to fall back a little bit from Terry Marwood. Gavin Sadler's still in 3rd. And Stephen Clark in 2nd, with Mitch McLeod still out in front. And for actual track position, Simon Thomas and Parry are the closest to fighting it out for actual position. So the field's sort of well and truly spread out at the moment. And the lap paces are down a little bit. There's George Fullerton just moving aside for the lead lap guys. Got Sam McLeod in 8th. Just let Gavin Sadler past. Here we go. Got Mitch McLeod about to put Stephen Clark down a lap. Stephen will just double apex. These guys are on old tyres. The lap times have probably about a second off where they were at the start of the race. This is first and Sandman's not giving me much room to get past. But this is first and second, and Sandman's working very hard to try and stay on the lead lap, which looks like Mitch McLeod has eventually got past him. Looks like Matthew Paul's a little racy at the moment too, putting his nose up in behind Stephen Clark's car. The Sandman will know that third place is just in front of him. The race leader's just in front of him, so any car that catches him, he can easily let go without having any concern about losing place at the moment. With 8 to go, it'd probably be the smarter thing to do is just get out of the bottlenecks and get going. It looks like Mitch McLeod is passing Gavin Sadler. That puts Gavin down 2 laps. Just watching Mitch McLeod just cut through the traffic a little bit. Got Mitch McLeod in first, Stephen Clark in 7, Gavin Sadler in 3rd, Terry Marwood in 4th. Jay Kennedy has worked his way up to 5th. Started in 9th, so he's had a pretty good run tonight. He's moved up the field. Matthew Paul in 6th, who has glued himself to Mitch McLeod just to get past some cars and try and get one of those laps back. Simon Joel Smith in 7th, Sam McLeod in 8th, who I believe started in 11th, so he's walked up the field a bit. James Robbie in 9th, started in 13th. Parry in 10th, he's held position, he started in 10th. Simon Thomas in 11th, hasn't been a good race for him, started in 6th, slid back through the field. George Fullerton in 12th, hasn't been a good night for him, starting in 8th place, he's slid back through the field a bit. We've got 2 laps to go. We're just going to watch our race leader to the finish line, and there's 1 to go now. As he comes around turns 3 and 4, take to checkered flag. A little bit untidy as he comes out of the turn.
Well done, Mitchell.
Yeah, brained us, mate. Well done.
Yeah, well done, Nick. Sandman.
Yeah, good race, guys. I didn't really expect that.
Yeah, well done, mate.
Hey, Mitchell, only if I didn't get that black flag.
Yeah, you're owning pretty good behind me.
Yeah, I was just happy to get some TV time at least, you know.
Provisional results tonight
Yeah, good win
is
there, Mitchell.
Well done, everyone, on that long green flag run to the end. That was bloody awesome. Well done, boys.
Mitch McLeod.
176 lap old tyres aren't too good though.
So is the broadcast going to be up straight away, or do we have to wait a while?
Yeah, it'll be uploaded now, so it'll probably take about an hour to get up, and then it'll be ready.
Alright, cool, awesome.
Our race winner, Mitch McLeod.
Of new tyres
Second.
about 30, 35 to go, hoping that other people would go in too. Did not work.
Second is Stephen Clark. Third is Kevin Sadler. Fourth is Terry Marwood. Fifth is Jay Kennedy. Sixth is Matthew Paul. Seventh is Simon Joel Smith. Eighth is Sam McLeod. Ninth is James Robbie. 10th is Parry Atkins. I'm actually going to have a pronunciation of that last word. I hope it's right, Parry. 11th is Simon Thomas. 12th is George Fullerton. And 13th is Jake Manoni.
Yeah. Where's it at?
We're going Orange Park Short, mate.
Just waiting for
NASCAR did back in the day.
Just waiting for Stephen Clark to
It's going to be hectic.
finish talking to his crew, and we'll
Yeah, no doubt Nelson's gonna
try and
show
grab
up
him
for
on the
that.
radio again to see what he thought of the race.
Dog leg.
Righto guys, thanks for the race.
See you, Gavin.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was so disappointed when I got that black flag. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I saw you stop there on pit road when I was exiting out there, Stephen. I don't think it had anything to do with you. I think it was the fact that the pace car passed me while exiting on pit road. And yeah, I don't know how I got the 25-second black flag penalty.
Yeah, well, I stopped because pit lane was closed. That's the reason I stopped.
Okay, I was wondering why. I was like, oh, Stephen stopped, should I stop? I was like, nope, I'm committed.
Yeah, that's why I came out behind the pace car. But then when we were about to go green, it waved me around, so I was on the tail end. And then for some reason, it kept delaying the start. So I had nothing to do with that. I was actually talking to the boys in the commentary box. So I don't know how that happened, but someone said cars were stopped on the back straight or something.
Yeah, that delayed start was most likely for me because it was telling me to stay in behind the 48 when I had passed the 48. So it was telling me to stay behind, and I was behind the 48, and it kept telling me to stay behind the 48, and I think that's why the delayed start happened.
Yeah, fair enough. I just wanted everyone to know that I didn't do it, that's all.
I think I was the guilty part in that one.
But yeah, that's why I stopped. As soon as it said pit lane was closed, I just had to bite the bullet and jump on the anchors. But it paid off because it waved me around the pace car anyway. So.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, I'm not going to like the first 20 laps on the broadcast. Got taken out twice. Couldn't believe it.
You and me both, mate.
Anyhow, we'll try and get hold of Stephen
I was
Clark
thinking what else could go wrong.
and see what his thoughts of the race was. You there, Clarky?
Yeah, mate.
No, it was good racing. I mean, I made it from 11th to 6th place. So I'm happy
Yeah, sorry,
with
mate.
that,
I've still got
considering
the
4 laps down.
chat from the other drivers coming through. That last run, what a long stint that was on tyres.
Oh, you're not wrong. Tell you what, that caught me by surprise.
Almost was
I
going
guess
to
with
get
all the
jaded there
kerfuffle, I was lucky to get
sixth
my
place.
position back on the lead lap, but then I had a couple of lap cars that were in front of me to try and to deal with as the green
I reckon Jay.
got underway. That gave Mitch and Gavin a chance to run away from it a little bit, but by the time I'd sort of got past the lap cars and got past Gavin, Mitch was gone. And to be honest, I think I was just counting on another safety car. I think all of us were, and quite surprised to go that long of a green flag run towards the end. It was actually awesome.
Yeah, driving standard for Martinsville was actually quite high for a change.
Yeah, Martinsville can be quite notorious for incidents, and I think, early on there's always a little bit of biff and barge. Everyone's excited, wants to sort of, get track position. But I tell you what, once we got that all out of the way, that long green flag run was just unreal. I mean, as much as I'm disappointed I didn't win, but to have that race go the green flag, I would have loved another set of tyres. But at the end of the day, that's racing, and it was just a brilliant long green flag run towards the end.
Talking about tyres, Jay Kennedy, 150, 160 plus laps on his set, trying to keep on the lead lap.
Oh, mate, Kennedy was desperate for a caution there. He tried a bit of pit strategy there, and I think he said 176 laps, so he pitted probably on the first caution, and that was it. I think he said he ended up with about 45% tread left on his tyres, so he was really struggling. And just the amount of laps that I did on mine, I knew that I was struggling, so I felt for him. But unfortunately, Martinsville didn't play the strategy game today.
Like, you got to give it to him though. A lap down, don't take the pit stop and get back on the lead lap and pray for another caution. Unfortunately, yeah, Martinsville, you reckon it would have come for him?
Oh, mate, if you had to put $20 on it, everyone would have taken that bet straight away, because places like this and Bristol and Richmond, these type of places, they do sort of tend to throw up a bit of a caution flag fest. But everyone was well behaved, and for Kennedy to come home in the top 5, not a bad effort considering his tyres were absolutely buggered.
Yeah, so all the cars are starting to get packed up and head back to base. Where are they off to next week, mate?
Mate, next week we go road course racing. Once a season we go usually about the halfway mark, so round 6 next week. We're heading to Oran Park, the short track. For oval track racing or NASCAR racing fans in Australia, that's where the NASCAR and Oscar series ran at Oran Park, and we're using the short course. So that should be a lot of fun, something new for our series. And I tell you what, if anyone wants to jump in, I know there's a couple of other people that'll be sort of putting their hand up to go road racing with us, and those things are actually a bit of fun on road courses. So anyone's welcome to join. We're in the leagues page, so just look for Sandman's Super Late Model Series in the leagues page and join up and come racing.
Yeah, back on road circuit. So no pace cars under caution, just local cautions, and that puts a bit of pressure on drivers too.
That's right. It's sort of a bit of a strategy game. As much as you would have thought that would be this week for Martinsville, next week really is, because we've seen with these cars, it takes a bit of time to take the tyres on these things. So guys will think about that, and we haven't quite worked out the race distance just yet, so it's going to be interesting, and people will probably have to take on a set of tyres, because they can be pretty grueling on these cars because of the weight of these things. So to go left and right, something a little bit different for our series, and should throw in a bit of a spanner in the works. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be interesting round next week. But anyway, I'll let you go, mate, and hopefully see you next week.
Cheers, mate. Appreciate all the hard work you put in, and fingers crossed we'll see you next week, guys.
And I'm Bradley Matheson. This is KRF TV, signing off.